Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 73 of Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch. So as you can see in the top right up here, I have the very simple priority of vote for a new priority because we've kind of done everything that we needed to do. Just a quick little recap from last stream. Last stream we've managed to add a new polar bear as well as some new recruits. So our numbers are really filling out with Barbara, who is currently wandering around psychotically on the sea ice, as our latest. As far as the tech tree is coming, we're getting very close to basically having everything that we want and need, meaning that at some point we'll be pushing towards the spaceship. We have a new farm because you all voted on me building one, so here it is in all of its glory. In fact, let me prop the door open. Another thing I noticed is that Slast has stolen the bed of Glitch and a Raptor, so gotta fix that. And the priorities for this stream, like I said, will be largely up to you. And what I think we're gonna try to do is just start clearing out some of the non-Wendigo on this sea ice sheet because that is the win condition. But it will be up to you. ALS Gamer, thank you for gifted subs as well. Let me just go straight to the gift light, the love light. And Roku Bungie, and Guero and Matt, thank you guys. I don't know if you caught it, ALS, but I was just saying moments ago that if you haven't submitted pawns to me, I'm going to be updating tomorrow. Because I know that Byron submitted some, or one. So knowing that you're a patron, you should do that so that you can be included on this screen, my lovely credit screen. I get the question every now and then, what game is that from? It's not from a game, it's just my credits screen. So Apollo is back home, having shepherded 0 day around. So we have a little bit of Luciferium that we bought and some art trainers and silver. Last stream we were also trying to get some Luciferium, and really to not much success. As you can see here, we have additional empty abandoned settlements because we just did not get lucky. The RNG was not with us. Hey Glitch, you want to sleep in a legendary bed or on the floor in a pile of meat? Actually, you sleeping on the floor in a pile of meat is very Wendigo, so maybe I shouldn't, what are you doing? He's mooning all of it. Here, let me, oh, well, that's weird. My Stream Deck is like, ha! You think you can click buttons? You can't click buttons. Yes. Cool. I love when everything in the background breaks on me. Gerard and Kriv and Byron. Even more gifted subs. What a lovely... Yeah, a lot of Yoda butt. He just has no decency. Let's just try to ignore... A pile of human meat, a legendary bed. Tough choice. Well, you're in the bed now, which is good because your rest effectiveness is a lot better in a bed than on a pile of meat. But I guess a pile of meat wouldn't be a problem because we do have rough living welcomed, so we don't really care about sleeping on the floor so much. One thing I wanted to do in this, right at the start here, before just waiting for people to filter in, is to somewhat redesign the way I have my batteries and the way I have my transport pods. So it's going to cause a lot of chaos before it looks fixed. But believe you me, I intend to make it better. Sarah, sorry that you can't stick around, but thank you for saying hi. And a pet Yoda. This little rugrat. So yeah, I'm planning on sort of relaying out the transport pods, and the purpose of that is so that I can send more raiders at a time. Frank, thanks for the 20 months. an afternoon to you. All right. And Kokata as well. There we go. Now my buttons are working. I'll just leave Yoda on so you don't see me blush. Barbara, you are starving, but I do believe that is very much your own fault. Oh, also, everybody is restricted inside. Let's fix that, except for the case of Viper, who, if I put him unrestricted, he will do all of the drugs. And I don't want him doing all of the drugs, so we'll restrict him just a tad. Yeah, I did have ideas, but let me open up the suggestion box. That's even better. And turn the Yoda streamer cam back on. Is the red light on? No, the pink light. Red light would look like this. This is the I'm in danger Ralph Wiggum light, which is slightly different. So, yeah, back to pink. Maybe I don't actually have lights. Maybe I'm like a chameleon. I'm Mystique, and I can just shapeshift. Sarah Starling, thanks for the bits. All right, let's take a look at this this reward queue. Oh, a hydrate. All right, so what I'm planning on doing is setting up more transport pods so that I can very, very easily pod animals and more people, or Wendigo rather. They're not really people. Sorry, Wendigos, for calling you people. You're not really people. You used to be people. You have forgotten how to be people. And laying that out so that we have a little bit more room as well. So you'll see what I do with this room in a moment. Hi, Tusky. What's up, girl? If you want, Peanut, hop up on the couch. Yes. There you go. Peanuts for Tusky. So right now, the submission box is open. So submit ideas for priorities. And the submission box is almost full, and then I'll pause and have y'all vote. But right now, I am reworking this spot here. And then you'll see how beautiful I make it. It's not going to be beautiful. It's just going to be efficient. I'm a little worried about actually running out of steel. So I think before I rebuild this area, I am going to want to acquire a little bit more steel. Because being out of steel kind of sucks when you're, you know, well, it just sucks. There's not really a condition there. So now the batteries are behind walls. Kokata, thanks for all the gifted subs. Man, we are really, you guys are earning this pink light. And 0 for the bits, and Zaibatsu for the bits. Oh. It helps hide my blushing. Alright, I'm going to pause the... Oh, that's weird. Yeah, the suggestion box has maybe 2 more spots left open before it fills up. So, Shredder, you are working on advanced components. Soon you'll be working on your own synthetic stomach. We have some additional bionic legs that haven't become advanced bionic legs, and that's for the new people, like Barbara. Speaking of which, Barbara, where are you? You are still sleeping out there. So I think Barbara needs a bed. And Raptor will build that. All right, let's go ahead and vote for the ones that got voted on, or submitted already. So we've got Mechanize the Bear, clear the sea ice of enemy settlements. hunt for Luciferium, set up a resource outpost, and a fully bionic martial artist. Interesting choices. So sure, all right, let's vote on those. Very interesting choices. So there's the poll. I'm gonna leave it up slightly longer than the 2.5 minutes that I normally do, allowing you to really truly vote on whatever you want, and then we'll pick a winner soon. I'm gonna make this look a little bit more elegant. Beauty matters. I know it's strange for a Wendigo to say that, but it does. So I'm just gonna embed the power switch here in what would be a door. And we have a prosthesis trader flying overhead. I like prosthesis traders because they typically have some nice stuff. This is, I think, a result of one of the mods I'm running, probably the Feral Faction pack. Or no, it's from the EPOE mod, now that I think about it. To sell some of those fancy prosthetics that you wouldn't otherwise have. We have rolling blackouts, but that's just because I'm setting up the power grid, and we won't have that in just a second. And glitch, let's chat with the prosthetics trader. They have an advanced bionic leg, but I'm already making those. They don't really have anything else that I want except for a medical AI, but the medical AI, last I checked, doesn't actually offset the critical fail chance, so it doesn't help you, not really. So, not worried about that. What a hype chain. And, Shellenor, thank you for the follow. Alright, putting up a proper timer on that, so that you can vote. And then I'll start working on it appropriately. We have a lot of idle Wendigo here, so I'm eager to get some of that done. Oh, and Apollo's throwing a party. Nice. So taking a look at the schedules here, Barbara is over her dead kin, so I'm going to remove her from recreation, and then I think Mallet is going to get removed from recreation as well. I'm not sure why Mallet was on pure recreation, but he doesn't need to be anymore. So Barbara had a lot of people in her life sort of die. If we look at her social, son, husband, daughter, they all ripperonied, but she is no longer upset about that, so it's going to be easier to keep her happy. Holy moly, speaking of happiness, look at that. It is straight green for all 16. It is the Sweet 16 party up here. Crimson Rust, thank you for the resub. So what is winning in the polls? Setting up a resource outpost is currently winning. And I could probably do that with just a few people. I don't need the whole team. And I'm going to do that in the morning, but we'll see what ends up winning. There's still time to sway it one way or another. I like how the party is spilling over to the ritual room. Like it's not being contained in one room. They're heading into the temple as well. QRQ, thank you for the resub as well. May you see your pawn stats? Sure. Shooting and melee and cooking. With that chemical damage. Oh, another thing I wanted to poll is whether or not we're going to allow Viper to purge the chemical damage to his brain for 10% more efficiency of stuff. So, mechanize the bear and set up a resource outpost is tied. So, mech, bear, and resource outpost. Got it. Hey, Trustin. Lurking stuff. Well, don't lurk, buddy. You're streaming. Go back to streaming. In fact, I will shout you out. You want to hop over to his fledgling fluid community. I was there just moments ago. Normally, I would be watching, but here I am streaming. We did bring in 2 art trainers. What were we doing with this? This was for moles, I think? Yeah. Okay, so moles, you get to learn some art. How to play with stones like you play with bones. And Yuki Raz, thanks for the follow. So, question. Should we allow Viper to use Heal Mech Serum? Yes or no? Very simple yes, no question. I didn't mean to hit the raffle timer. So, just to explain the choice here, for those that don't know, he took drugs and cooked his brain. He nuked his brain to 50%. So then what I did was I rushed the tech tree to give an AI chip so that his brain would work at 100%. But the way the AI chip works is it maxes out at 100%. But currently he's a Luciferium addict, which means that if I cured the chemical damage and took out the AI chip, he would have 110% consciousness rather than 100% consciousness. So he doesn't need it, certainly, but we have no other current use for the Heal Mech Serum. And I do have 3 Resurrector Mech Serums. Whoa, I'm about to get a brownout. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Apollo, go flick quick. And why am I getting this brownout? I don't know. Probably the new farm that you guys had me build that I was not so certain about. Is there anyone else that would benefit from the iChip? So let's do a quick analysis. Glitch is fine. Slast is fine. Shredder is working on a surrogate stomach. He actually has to craft that himself, but that stomach injury is not that much of a problem. Mallet is missing a pinky, but his brain is fine. Callie needs another leg, as does maybe Apollo. Aguvin needs 2. Barber needs 2. No one else would benefit from a chip. A chip would be something that we would sell. Unfortunately, the prosthesis trader is still technically here. So if I could put him under the knife real quick, I might be able to swing it where we can sell the chip in time. Let me try that, because it looks like the yays are gonna win this one. So we're gonna rip out the chip and make you dumb, and then we're gonna administer the Heal Mech Serum to make you undumb. So where do we even get refunded the AI chip? I don't play enough EPOE to know. It looks like the chip is destroyed, because I don't believe that Raptor's holding it. So I guess there was no need to rush. I'm gonna wait for Viper's anesthesia to fully wear off, so that when we administer the Heal Mech Serum, it doesn't just clear the anesthesia, which honestly it very well could, because it's technically a health condition, and that would be the dumbest use of a serum in the history of dumbest uses of serums. Yeah, don't use Heal Mech Serum for the anesthesia. Yep, I agree. Alright, so here's Mallet. Mallet is now a Psycaster of level 2, so getting him to pray up to near 100% would be good too. Let's do just shy of 100. And Moles just skyrocketed from 13 to 18 artistic, so her Wendigo and monuments should be of quite the quality now. It's that premium wake up. Yeah, oh boy, yeah. Very expensive premium. So let's start setting up a resource outpost. So taking a look at the map here. we would want to set up an outpost on permafrost, not on sea ice, because honestly, there is no materials on permafrost, or sea ice rather. So I'm going to send Raptor and Mallet. I'm going to send Raptor and Mallet. Oh, well, there's actually an alternative here. Maybe I'll vote on. So the alternative is that I could use a long-range mineral scanner instead. So how should I set up a resource outpost? Either a long-range mineral scanner has yet to be researched, or just settle a new tile. So a long-range mineral scanner would allow us to find specific resources, plasteel, gold, uranium, that kind of stuff. Whereas just settling a new map tile, we only mine what is on the surface, unless we get deep drill scanning. So, I don't know. You can decide. Currently, we are researching bionic warfare, which unlocks power arm and power claw, which we can easily pivot over to long-range mineral scanning, as power arm and power claw aren't things I probably would even use. And Yuki, thank you for the sub. And cheers. And Desolate 7th for the follow. So unfortunately, you cannot settle a ruin. Ruins, the abandoned settlements here, for whatever reason, I don't really understand, you can't settle twice. You can settle once, but never twice, once abandoned. Which is a bummer. So it looks like Cheese now is making dusters. Marauder has a shooting frenzy. And Viper is still anesthetized. And he's going to stay down for a while because of that chemical damage. What about settlements you destroy? Well, when you destroy a settlement, you have the opportunity to settle it, if you'd like, and just claim it as your own. In fact, for the Viking mod, for the Blades of Ragnarok, that's actually how we started our first colony, is we took over someone else's colony and just basically claimed dibs. So, a quick question, which might sound weird. Do bears have 4 legs or 2 legs and 2 arms? This is not like a biological one. It is a technological one. It has 4 legs? Okay. Alright, got it. So if we want bionic legs, that's a lot of plasteel and advanced components that are going to have to go to the tech bear. But that's what you voted on. Alright, so here is Viper in his glorious reduced mental capacity state. And you guys want me to do long-range scans, so let me queue that up. So that's how we're going to settle a new map tile, which means the runner-up was clearing out a settlement. So of the closest settlements to me, who should we kill? The Crown, the colonies, or other tribes? Alright, Apollo is making some of the bionic legs for the bear. Another thing that would benefit is legs for Tefludi and Tiburon. They're getting a little older in age, but I don't... Yeah, life expectancy is 30, so they still have 12 years left. That's plenty. That is plenty indeed. The herbal meds amount that we have is rebounded as well, which is good. And then I'm going to queue a Make Medicine Forever. I like how Tusk is still behind me. You're a good puppy. She's so cute. All right, looks like it's going to be the Crown. And there's only one Crown colony north on the north coast. Down here it is pop rich, but let's ignore this continent because it's not required for the wind condition. The other problem I'm going to have is if we're doing surgeries, I'm going to need to clean up the barn a little because the barn is super filthy and that's going to tank my surgery success chance. Daydora, thanks for the resub. It has been a while. You started with the CS challenge, and I have multiple CS challenges, by the way, but I'm assuming you started with the same one almost everyone else did. Can we even reach the south? I'm not sure. I haven't measured whether a transport pod will do that or not. Here, let me quickly sort of... Oh, yeah, no, easily. Yeah. Even from where I am, I can reach the south. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Again, it's not part of the wind condition, but if it's something that we want to do, we could do it. So... we do have a, and I'm gonna go raid the, and mech bear and long range scan. Trying to make it all fit. There. Okay, it all kind of fits, just a little bit. How sleepy is your brain? It's very sleepy. You're still anesthesia wearing off. So I'm waiting so that we don't clear the wrong thing. Apollo is cranking out the bionic parts. What do we need for the advanced bionic legs? Oh, that's a lot of components. Advanced components. Dang. Those are expensive. I mean, I should have realized they'd be expensive, but they're more expensive than I even thought they would be. So I think what I'm going to do is get all 4 legs for the mech bear before I do the surgery. Just to do one big batch. Will Hilmek cure the luciferium addiction? No. Nothing cures the luciferium addiction. It's an addiction for life. All right, I'm gonna hit Shredder with a work drive so that he makes. Oh Lord, is that fast? He's not even a production specialist, and he's whipping through it. Yeah, you could be dead a million years in RimWorld, come back to life with Resmec serum, and you'd still be addicted to luciferium. Luciferium, I think, are sort of like they're sort of like nanites in your bloodstream. They're like little robots that never really die. So there is no way to get the mechanites out ever. It's in the tooltip. Oh, really? Really? You leaving me? No. If you leave me, Tusk, you don't get another peanut. You want another peanut, don't you? Come on up. Bribery. It works 60% of the time. It works every time. Yeah, luciferium is a deal with the devil. All right. So as I mentioned, tomorrow morning. Wow, Viper, you are so slow that you're up at 1 in the morning because it took you that long to bio-refine. Oh man. Hey Tangier, welcome to the stream. Some puppy treats. Although Tusk is off camera, she got one too. I don't discriminate. Alright, taking a look at Viper. Anesthesia in this game takes it honestly takes a ridiculous amount of time to wear off. I think it's not balanced at all in the duration that it takes, and I don't understand why it takes so long, but it just does. Yeah, you got a Yoda. Mallet has an inspired creativity. Well, he's sort of okay-ish at construction. So should he make a shelf? I'm really not even sure what he could make that would be worthwhile. Maybe a marble table. No, I don't even have the marble. I don't think it really matters, because he's only level 10. So, whatever you want. Right, it is 5 in the morning. Oh, yeah, he could make a leather chair. Yeah, that's fine. I do a prediction for quality, but he's going to make this so quickly it won't really matter. It's not enough time. Oh, we got rare thrombos. So let me hose the thrombos, and then we'll get out to murder our crown neighbors. Yep. Viper, sit this one out, actually. Upon watching you shuffle like a zombie towards the thrombos, you're gonna have to sit this one out. Man, these weapons have such short range. Crank guns! Delicious. I love crank guns. They're such an inefficient weapon in most scenarios, but they're just ridiculous. This one had Alzheimer's, and then we shot it in the brain. And this one has heart blockage. Wow, these Thrombo came here to die. This was a retirement home for Thrombos. Oh, this one got back up. Up to immediately get... And this one had asthma. Man, there's just three Thrombos with disabilities. That wasn't even good sporting. That was just a lowest possible hanging fruit. So the chair was just excellent quality. To a surprise to no one, I suppose. And I will install that at the comms bench because I just don't care where it goes. What's a better DPS, glaive or power claws? Definitely the glaive, unless the glaive is like awful quality. Power claws don't get quality, but glaives do. So, well, I can actually give you a hard answer. How's that sound? So if we take a look at prosthetics and go to the power claw, the power claw does 11 DPS with a armor pen of 33. But then you also have to consider if you have a power claw and your other arm is not a power claw, only half your attacks will be powered like that. Plus your biting, your headbutting, etc. So that's one of the problems with a lot of the bionic warfare. When you install something like Power Claw, it doesn't necessarily mean that all your attacks will be with the Power Claw, which then greatly decreases your DPS unless your other arm is also a Power Claw, right? And then if you have two arms that are Power Claws, you're not exactly a quick mover, and moving speed helps you to dodge, and also even to land your attacks. So Power Claws work against the user to some degree or another, which is why you don't tend to see me use them. All right, let's go ahead and go for the raid. Glitch, Mallet, Raptor, Barbara, Zleb, Apollo, Isolde, Marauder, and Cowley. That is a heck of a crew. So it's actually one of the reasons why if you go in, imagine you're in vanilla, and you go in and you give yourself like, you give yourself a elbow blade, hand talon, knee spikes, you give yourself venom fangs and a venom talon. Like you have every little, like your cyberpunk or whatever, you have every little individual component. Your overall DPS is actually not going to be that great because individually some of those weapons are pretty lackluster and they don't do a lot of damage. Like a knee spike at a melee DPS of 8 a hand talon at a melee DPS of 10, an elbow blade of melee DPS of 9, right? If you compare that to a plasteel glaive, which is a DPS of 14 at, what is it, good quality? Or the excellent at 15.5, you're obviously going to be at a disadvantage, and you're going to get completely murdered as a result. So I tend to avoid things like power claws. Drill arms and field hands are great, but power claws, not so much, in my opinion. You can make it work. It's doable, but it's just not ideal. Someone like Moles running around with a monosword with a melee DPS of 16 and an armor pen of 84. Yeah, that's so much more damage than any sort of bionic or prosthetic you can put in you in vanilla. Now, this is, of course, not vanilla, and there are advanced power claws, which are a bit higher DPS, but still that pales in comparison to a decent weapon, right? This is 33 pen, 13 damage, or let's round it up to even 14 damage. That's still a fraction of what Moles can do with the plasteel, or the Persona weapon. Okay, we are ready to go. Launching at the edge. And let's replace those pods. Do drill hands count as weapons for slaves? No, I don't believe they do. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a lot of mislogs. And almost all of my shooters just left. Except for my two crank gunners. They're still here. And then Viper, who's got oh, Viper's ready to go. Let's use the Heal Mech Serum. And here we are. I like how this is at edge. Yeah, game. Okay. Uh-huh. That is at edge. I'm like basically in the middle. Another thing I didn't bring with me was spare Luciferium, so if this takes a while, I have to be mindful of that. Taking a look at my approaches, the southern approach, probably the best one. Whoa, they have mortars. Yes, they have mortars. And the mortar guy is in the northwest corner. Got it. Alright, for everybody back home, I'm going to set them up to an inside zone, which does not include drugs. I just checked. And Viper has cleared the chem damage to his brain. He is now of normal mental operation, let's call it. So I have two fights going on at once. I think that warrants the red light, the Roxanne light. Now, I have everybody forced inside, but that doesn't necessarily mean that these Mega Sloths won't gnaw on my walls. Because they've been known to do that. Nope, they have a turret. Do they? Alright, let's see about this. I'm going to give myself a little bit more cover because, of course, I would say of all the enemies in RimWorld, the Royals are probably the hardest because they have the best weaponry, on average. No, just haul it. What do you mean there's no spaces to store it? Whatever. Alright, so that turret's gone. Glitch. Let's have them fight amongst themselves. Mallet's gotten plugged. Alright, well, there's none of that. Mr. Cataphract Armor gets to fight his own. A posture check? Oh, crunch. I heard my spine on that one. And Crimson, thank you for gifting out a sub. Whoa, instant splat. Jesus. All right, Reggie, or Regicide over there, that's what I'm gonna call him, looks to be wanting a little bit of zerking. Enjoy it. Oh, we downed one for potential sacrifice. I like it, I like it. I have no idea how you got set on fire. And they are fleeing. And another potential sacrifice. All right, so if they're fleeing, let me get front and center. Barbara, go for that turret. Zleb, go for this one. And we're going to have no survivors if we can help it. So there's 2 more. Checking in on this group here. These Mega Sloths do have a clear path to my kill box there, but they don't have any targets, so moles just stand there. Oh boy, I have a textiles trader. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't throw grenades at me. Slab, jump. Okay, or don't jump. You know, pretend to jump. All right, Zleb's gonna need a little bit of help because his shield belt is down. As far as I know, we have cleared the entire base minus this guy and the turret. Okay, the turret killed. The turret killed the last survivor. You can't kill me if I kill me. Are you still there? And their base is destroyed. All your base are belong to us. All right, time to pop into each individual building, seeing what kind of spoils and loot there are, and then maybe take some prisoners for human sacrifice to be sacrificed back home. The sea ice is looking very red and bloody. This is a perfect little prison. Raptor, you might... Okay, too late. I was gonna say, you might not want to stand on the fire, but... I guess technically I was the one to issue that order, so that's my bad. No, don't stand on the fire twice. Once, shame on me. Twice, shame on you. They did have an Eltex robe. They had a royal room with some fine white carpet and a vest. We're probably gonna... Oh, and then this is fine floors as well with an authority cap. Respect my authority, they say, as I murder them ruthlessly. So Callie, let's go capture and Raptor, capture. I'm gonna need to muster up a little bit of wood and steel for butcher table, which I will start to work on. Let's prop all these doors open. God, they had a lot of booze barrels and no booze. Okay, cool. Well, that's it. That's basically their base. So I'm gonna undraft the ones that aren't currently capturing, and then set myself up a little bit of a butchery zone. I could claim this as my base, but the problem with map, well, we already voted that I'm claiming a I'm gonna claim long-range mineral scanned area instead. But then the other problem is claiming an attacked tile like this. They never have ancient dangers, which obviously I'm gonna prefer ancient danger zones over these zones. All right, Mallet and Raptor tend to these guys so they don't bleed out, so that I can sacrifice them to the Wendigo gods. And I think just to save some walking distance, Glitch, you're gonna create nothing. All right, checking in on here. None of my doors have been nibbled on. Most of the mega sloths look dead. There's like 3 left or something, 5 left. Not much of a problem. Are carpets needed? No, not so much. I mean, I could grab them, but I don't really need them. I do have a textiles trader, which might be good to offload some of my 5,000 human leather, because it's a bit much. And then everybody else that is here should be allowed to break things down. Yeah, I think I'm going to ignore the carpet. And that's all the money they have. Is there something I want to buy off them? There's probably stuff I want to buy. I'll buy a low shield pack. A golden slice cap? Oh, that's interesting. I guess. I'll buy more Mega Sloth wool. Maybe not that much. Give me more hyperweave. Forget the wool. Hyperweave me. Now, some of this cloth is required to make medicine, so I don't want to sell it all, but I can sell some of it. There, I'll sell all but 200. It's plenty of meds. Buy a little bit more wool, 500 of it. And then... do they have Thrumbo? Oh yeah, they have Thrumbo fur. Let me just buy their Thrumbo fur. And I'm going to sell a lot of my human leather. So this is a huge transaction. I don't need that much Thrumbo fur. Boom. That should free up a lot of space. And we are actually having like a pretty legit amount of textiles now, so that might be something else that I invest in, is hyperweave clothing. Now, I did say that I needed some steel, so let's see about getting a little bit of steel while we're here. So stockpile zone here for fresh human-like corpses. And then Mallet, I know, is a miner, so I'm going to have Mallet start mining. And what I'll probably end up doing is sending some additional my bison and maybe even horses. No, it's too cold for horses. Well, I'll chance it. Send my horses and bison to help shepherd some loot back home. Alright, so Mallet's making that butcher table, and we're gonna butcher the human likes and bring the meat and leather home, because I just sold a whole lot of leather. A whole lot of leather. Whoa, I didn't see that one. Ouch. Bad puppy. Unfortunately, not a single one of you can do medical. Who can do medical here? Shredder, Eli. Eli can do medical. Eli, go Tendus last. And then the animals on this map tile are all dead. So the danger is completely over. Alright, App is doing the butchery. You're a firebomber? Wait, what? Tanosava the firebomber. Yeah, you are a firebomber. Okay, interesting. And the other one's a disgraced officer. Well, you got captured by us, so yeah, that makes sense. Claiming all the furniture. Eli, did you actually heal Celeste? Oh, you did. Okay. And the base is destroyed. So that's progress. Alright, now that I have all my pods, let's load up everybody that can carry weight. All 5 kilograms over. Fine, don't send the little one. Viper did get the heal mech serum, yeah. And I'm gonna try my very best to keep him away from drugs so he doesn't nuke his brain again. Yeah, your brain works 110%. Much thanks to, ironically, more drugs. These sacrifices are... one of them's gonna freeze to death. Unless I throw a campfire in there. Thank you for tuning in to Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 14th. If you have any feedback for me, or questions of any type, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to chat about this or any of my other content, Discord's the place to be. Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and anyone who likes and subscribes on YouTube. Comments are welcome as well. I'll catch you next episode, or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.